That is the AFC East. Are we going? You said AFC West or AFC North? AFC North. Okay. Ready?
Yes. Okay. Baltimore Ravens 12-5. Cincinnati Bengals 9-8. Pittsburgh Steelers 7-10. Cleveland Browns 3-14.
Okay. I have Baltimore Ravens 13-4. Cincinnati Bengals 10-7. Pittsburgh Steelers 9-8. And Cleveland Browns 2-15.
I said the same thing.
like word for word.
Like word for word.
Bar for bar. And the Bengals make the playoffs.
Yep.
Bengals make the playoffs.
That's a 7.
I have the 6.
6. And the Ravens are the 1 seed.
Yeah. No, I think it's 3 seed because Buffalo wins 13 games, another team wins 13.
Another team wins 13 games.
But come on.
We'll get there.
H-Town.
All right. Want to start in Baltimore?
Yeah, this is easy.
What's to say?
They're awesome.
Yep.
Their losses were in the margins.
Catching, unlike Aguilar.
Yeah.
And
they got DeAndre Hopkins and Webster, so whatever.
And Deontay Johnson, who refused to get in the game.
Yep.
And I think Patrick McCarry is like a decent loss because that sort of shifts around their interior, which was so good last year. And you do lose Trey White and Brandon Stevens and Marcus Williams. You replace that with Awuzie and Jair Alexander, which was cool. And then in the draft,
and they got Malcolm.
It's what they do. But like every single year, it's kind of
extremely competent franchise.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Lamar probably wins MVP again.
Well, he should have last year, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah. No, I mean I know you bring up McCarry. I think there's actually room for them to improve without McCarry. I think he had his ups and downs last season, and no, Andrew Voorhees isn't exactly, but, if he's anything, he might be better than McCarry, who I thought was a little bit overrated. The secondary, I know Jair Alexander's a pretty name.
Decent, it's sort of like a little wash.
Yeah, I kind of have, not even a little wash, but I kind of have, it's similar to Miami, right, where you see the name on paper and you're like, the injury stuff. And Awuzie is a little wash, but whatever. I like TJ Tampa, who's sitting there.
And they still have Nate Wiggins.
Exactly.
And Marlon Humphrey.
Exactly.
And Malachi Starks.
Yeah.
Who I love.
And people forget because this defense was so bad against the pass early in the season when Zach Orr was still figuring out how they wanted to play as a defense. This was the second best defense in football per DVOA over the second half of the regular season. I know you're going to decide DVOA.
6 teams there.
It's a good run. It's a good run. They are just a monstrous unit when they're on. I think this linebacker core. Roquan Smith took a step back last season because he was dealing with on and off injuries. He's going to be even better. They add Mike Green to that edge rush group that is pretty solid. I think the sky is the limit, and I think they have more trust in their secondary than they have in previous years. Nate Wiggins being in year 2 and Alexander being the veteran that he is. They're going to be a great defense. There's nothing to say about the offense, guys.
Yeah. The Bengals are what they are. They are very good on one side of the ball. They are terrible on one side of the ball. They get Al Golden from Notre Dame, guys.
Woo!
Ooh, buddy. And their ads on defense, the only significant one I put down was Eagles lineman Oren Burks.
Yeah, that's true. It's a pretty big ad.
But they brought back Trey Hendrickson, which I didn't think was going to happen.
They haven't yet.
But he's playing now.
Theoretically on the team.
Yeah.
And Shamar Stewart has signed a contract.
Yeah, that's true.
Good start. That's about it. The offense is elite. The defense sucks, and they'll win 10 games and make it in.
Look, there's a simplicity that I think is going to come to this defense in comparison to what Anarumo brought that I think is going to make it easier for the young players as a part of the secondary. It was kind of a Vic Fangio-esque situation where they're like, we don't want to play these compact schemes, get this guy out of here, he's not developing us, and he he goes, and I'm sure the Indianapolis Colts defense is going to be legions better because of it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a better unit. The question really does become, like, can this be?
Is this a winning formula?
Is this a bottom 10 unit?
Probably.
If this can be the 24th best defense in football,
they'll make the playoffs.
They will make the playoffs and probably win 10 to 11 games because that's just how explosive this offense is, and I'm even more excited about it. Because they go out and they draft Joe and Fairchild, who I really like. They added Lucas Patrick, who hypothetically is better than whatever the hell they were throwing out at last season. Alex Kappa, who was completely washed and god awful.
He's on the Raiders now.
He is on the Raiders.
He's on your Raiders.
Yeah, yep. Starting, great guy. Really hope the best for him. But and they add TJ Slayton, who essentially fills the guy from the Jets, Sheldon Rankins. Fills the Sheldon Rankins role, and because Sheldon Rankins was a non-existent body, and so hypothetically, the interior of both lines gets better. You're good. That's good enough to have them in the playoffs and slightly fill the margin a little bit. But man, this is going to be a tough watch at times this year.
As long as they score 45 a game again.
Yeah.
Which is
I
feel
very
like
possible.
Is realistic.
A probable possibility, absolutely.
Anyway, speaking of
Steelers!
Speaking of being born here.
Speaking of being horrifically causing horrific pain. The thing with the Steelers is for the past, I'll say 5 years, they've been zooted up off of morphine.
Yeah.
Like they have not put out quality rosters.
It's true.
And I have them at 7-10 because I feel like this Aaron Rodgers vanity project is just it has to be like the last straw.
Yeah.
And you trade Minka for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith when you already have Darnell Washington and Pat Freiermuth.
But he knew it was coming eventually when Arthur Smith got there.
Yeah. And you bring in DK Metcalf at $30 million a year, and he's looking like late stage Houston James Harden.
Yeah.
And you bring in Darius Slay, who I think will be okay. They swapped him out for Dante Jackson.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Bringing in Eagles legend Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah.
He could have won another ring, but he had to go to Pittsburgh. And you bring in Texans legend Robert Woods.
Yeah.
So.
And Derek Harmon. I don't know if you said that.
I
love the Derek Harmon draft pick.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, I for the ads I just limited it to trade and free.
Yeah, I was just adding that on.
Yes. Oh, and Dylan Sampson's awesome. Will be their RB1 by the end of the year.
Yep.
But I just
Caleb Johnson.
Yeah. Dylan Sampson's in Cleveland with
We'll get to that.
I mean, probably for them too.
Yeah.
But the Steelers, they're.
We'll see.
I think Arthur Smith will do enough to keep the offense
alive.
Like even the stable.
Average.
Is that a good stable? I have my doubts.
Yeah, you have them breaking the streak.
Yeah, I have them breaking the streak.
Yeah.
I despite their organizational commitment to being like the 2010s Orlando Magic of being the 8th seed every time and losing in the first round routinely. I don't know. I just feel like this team needs a wake up call that like you can't keep going on like complacent with mediocrity.
Yeah.
And I feel like once the streak is broken, they'll probably be like, oh shit, we gotta do something.
What's so different? Is it health or is it just luck for you?
For the Steelers?
For them breaking the streak, yeah. Is it like what the difference between last year? Is it health? Is it luck? Is it Rodgers? Like
I think it is. I don't know. The offense just gives me no hope.
Yeah.
And the defense, Cam Hayward's probably holding out, which is fair. He's getting paid like not an All-Pro.
Yeah.
And he should be getting that money, especially he shouldn't be taking a hometown discount for a team that won 10 games last year.
Yeah.
And the defense isn't really exciting me all that much either. Like obviously their edge group is among the best in the league.
Yeah.
That's about where the farthest I can really go with the team.
Yeah, that's fair. I think for me, there are pieces of this defense which I can't quit. And I think Hayward's going to show up eventually. And I really like Harmon. I think he's going to be a day one contributor at a high level. I think, it's an interesting secondary.
It's a lot of
paper.
Funny.
We
got Beanie.
Yeah.
Beanie Bishop. We
have Joey Porter, who somehow miraculously regressed last year, but I think is still solid.
Ramsey and
then Ramsey's playing the nickel, guys. Like, it's crazy. Like, formerly the best corner in football is going to be matched up essentially as a third corner. So on paper, like, hell yeah, but it's really tough to buy in with it. I mean, I don't think we've seen a corner group this old since the 2022 or 23-24 Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah. And we know how that worked out. And so my questions lie there. And my questions also lie in such a young offensive line. Fautanu, McCormick, Zach Frazier, like
Broderick Jones.
Yeah, this is very unproven. Broderick Jones doesn't even play in the position that he was drafted to be.
He's listed at starting left tackle.
Exactly, and so I think there has to be a lot of question there as to how that unit is going to look. I like the Jonnu Smith move. I think he adds an extra yards after catch explosiveness. Yeah. I like on paper. I think DK Metcalf. I think he's one of the most overrated players in football, but I think
he's still good.
He's still a good player. Yeah, he's still an upgrade over Pickens. So it is what it is, and I mean, I'm not even going to dive into the Rodgers of it all and how he's going to fit within that offense that literally operates the exact opposite of how he wants to operate. I'm assuming that because he made a handshake agreement as a last chance resort to be a part of this roster, that he is going to, reflect and take a lesser role within this offense than the one that I feel hampered the New York Jets offense in a variety of ways. But he's Aaron Rodgers, and these are the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, when you take two entities that have been so, mind-bogglingly frustrating at times over the years and smash them together against the wall, it can be looked at as a disaster. And yet, there's a guy named Mike Tomlin who's there who I can't doubt. So, 9-8, I hate this team. Get away from me.
Yeah. Well, 41-year-old Joe Flacco, however. Interesting.
All right. I am putting my foot down. We're going to go quickly with the Browns. They suck. They suck. They got no better than they did last year. They were already terrible last year.
Yeah.
Kate Klubnik, you were Cleveland Brown. Good night.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Can I say one thing?
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I feel like that's the consensus here.
Yeah, it is.
And it's taking us an hour to get through two divisions.
No, it hasn't. It's been 45.
I thought we started at 8:30.
No, we didn't.
Okay, well, still,
it's
they're terrible.
Yeah. I think Joe Flacco's going to be better than you guys think he is.
That's fine. He can be better.
Yeah.
They're still terrible.
Yeah.